Immigrants. What's one thing about America that you can't get used to? My boyfriend is white and I'm Mexican, and this hasn't caused any issues between us. That was until I caught him watching some videos about Trump and cheering for him. I asked him what he was doing and why he was doing that. He smiled all happily and told me that we had to vote for Trump this year. He said that he's been watching the election videos and loves all that Trump stands for. He even called him a genius for his domestic deportation operation. I stared at him in disbelief and asked him if he knew who he was talking to. He laughed and said that liking Trump shouldn't affect our relationship and that some Mexicans support Trump. I literally had to sit him down to undo the brainwashing. I told him about how he believes immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country, how he wants to take people's rights away with Project 2025, and that you can't trust a word he says. It was literally the reason he didn't want to go on 60 Minutes. He didn't want to get fact-checked. And if that doesn't tell him enough about Trump, maybe the 34 felony counts for hush money will. My boyfriend then told me that Harris isn't any better because she's trying to legalize anti-pregnancy laws. I corrected him and told him that she's trying to give women their rights back, but he replied that he knows women who have 4 abortions every week. I had to laugh. I told him that wasn't possible, and the fact that he made up some BS to win the argument explains why he's going to vote for Trump. Honestly, in that moment, I wanted to break up with him because how could he say something so stupid? But since the relationship was as good as dead, I figured I could still get something out of this. So I played into his ego and told him that I was so confident Harris would win. I'd even put money on it. To fully appreciate the brilliance of this plan, you have to understand that I recently learned that you can trade on elections legally for the first time in 100 years, and I knew that there was no way the American public was stupid enough to let Donald Trump be president. So this was a guaranteed win for me. The idiot instantly agreed and said that Trump had this in the bag and was down to putting in a trade for who would win the election. I told him to give me $5,000 and I'll put it on Kamala, and he put $5,000 on Trump. We were both so confident we went on Key and placed the trade since it was the only platform where we could legally trade on elections. He didn't need the money, with him being rich and all, but he's prideful and didn't want to lose. As for me, I believe it's one of the easiest bags of my life. The chances of Kamala losing are as low as Trump's odds of staying out of the spotlight. Honestly, if you don't believe me, place a trade on Key. If you put money on Trump, I'll just make more money when he loses. And once I get paid out by Key after the election, I'm going to break up with that racist rich boy. America, don't let me down.